A dramatic sell-off in cryptocurrencies is putting fresh pressure on one of Bitcoin's biggest supporters, US President Donald Trump. In less than a week, almost $500 billion wiped off cryptocurrencies as a sell-off led by Bitcoin accelerated. Since the 29th of January, total crypto market value has slumped by $467.6 billion, $467.6 billion, according to data that's emerged. And on Tuesday, Bitcoin tumbled to its lowest level since US President Donald Trump won the re-election in early November 2024 and ushered in a more crypto-friendly administration in a way. On Wednesday, after hitting a 15-month low, Bitcoin regained some ground. The cryptocurrency has plummeted about 40% since rocketing to a record in early October. This despite the fact that since Trump returned to the White House, he has promised to make America a global leader in digital assets. Crypto markets once saw a boom on optimism that Bitcoin would benefit from clearer policy and federal support. But today, Bitcoin's collapse is raising rather uncomfortable questions. Can it still be considered digital gold, for example, even under a pro-crypto Trump administration? Remember, in early 2025, Trump signed an executive order aimed at strengthening U.S. leadership in digital financial technology. He has pushed a strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile and brought crypto executives to the White House to signal industry support. The administration has also assembled a presidential working group to craft a national digital asset framework and position the United States as a potential crypto capital of the world. Even Trump's vice president, for that matter, has called him a champion of crypto, marking a stark turnaround from Trump's earlier skepticism. Yet, the market's telling you a different story. Bitcoin remains far below its October record peak and has not even served as a haven during the recent market stress, even as the investors flock to gold and other safe assets. And that also undermines the narrative of Bitcoin as digital gold, a supposed hedge in times of uncertainty. And this rout also comes amid broader volatility across global markets, with investors responding to the geopolitical tensions and the macroeconomic headwinds. Bitcoin ETFs also saw choppy capital flows, with significant inflows one day, followed by large outflows the next. And the scale of the sell-offs showing that investor confidence in crypto's safe haven status remains fragile. Even under policies that were supposed to drive adoption and institutional confidence. Industry voices had once celebrated the idea that US government backing and clearer regulation, also mechanisms like a crypto reserve, would attract mainstream and institutional money. But then today's downturn is prompting fresh skepticism, with questions like, can Bitcoin maintain its value and credibility if it does not act as a hedge? Or was the rally built more on hope than fundamentals? Also, can policy enthusiasm override market reality? That is the story the markets are closely watching right now. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.